Good morning. It's the morning in here. God, it's so bright. It is 6:45. Let's go and get some coffee. Welcome back. This is just a really simple video to show you what I get up to each morning and how I've made working from home work for me. So hopefully you'll get some inspiration out of this. Morning coffee. It's just gone 8 o'clock, so I'm gonna crack on with work. But before I do that, let me show you my workspace. So, right by the window, it's really great getting all the sunlight in. However, unfortunately, when I'm in Skype meetings, it means that I'm like a ghost. I'm so white. So I actually have a photography diffuser over here that I pull out and put in front of the window. So again, just using what I've got. This little armchair, as seen in my pretentious armchair chats, is where the magic happens. If you could call it that, I don't know. I haven't drunk my coffee, so I don't really know what I'm talking about yet, but let's take a seat. Got my candle of the day and an on-brand water bottle, for once. So I start work at about 8, and normally it's not as warm as it is today. So I've got me fluffy socks on, a spare down here, just because you never know, and a good old blanket to keep me warm. I don't have a desk, as you can see, so I do tend to just have my laptop on my lap, but the heat from the laptop can be really bad for your lap. If you don't have a desk and you do have to work on your lap, then have some kind of cushion, blanket, whatever, that will protect your legs from the heat. I would not recommend studying or working on a kind of sofa or armchair, but this has a quite sturdy and straight back, so even though I do have back problems sometimes, I don't have any issues here. Now, sometimes if I want to get really comfy, pull on over my homemade pallet table. I've got a little footrest, so really it's not all that bad. No matter what you've got at home, you can find a workspace that works for you. Get creative. So over here, I actually keep a couple of dumbbells. They're just light ones, but it means that if I'm in a webinar or I'm doing an online training program or I'm in a meeting that I don't need to show my face for, I don't need to take notes for, I just need to listen, then I can pick up the weights. Get a little bit of exercise during the day. Keep my brain and my body healthy, and it does the trick. Or if you do live in just a room or a shared house and you can't walk up the stairs, or there's literally nowhere to really walk to every so often to keep yourself active, then having dumbbells or big bottles of water or bags of oats, whatever it is that you can get hold of that is heavy, pick them up and do some lifting, squats or some star jumps, whatever, just here and there throughout the day. Now, it's really important that even though you're at home, if you don't have any Skype meetings or anything, that you do dress up. Otherwise, you'll feel sluggish and probably not as awake and switched on as you should be for work. So I've got my fluffy socks on. Yes, they make me feel cozy. But I've got a smart work top on, so that I'm feeling like I'm at work. But I've also got my gym leggings on to remind me that I do need to get out and get physical. They're also super comfy, so it ticks so many boxes, but they're not joggers, so I'm not feeling like I can just lounge and slump and what have you. What have I missed? I don't keep any snacks in here. This means that if I want something to eat, I have to go out of the room, which kind of separates my workspace from my eating space and prevents me mindlessly snacking. But saying that, I do pretty much always have a full cup of coffee next to me. How that one hurt. I do keep my phone in here because I don't really tend to use social media that much. I check Instagram occasionally. I don't tend to get distracted by social media, and I'm also really really into what I do, really passionate about it, so it's not a distraction for me. But if you do find social media and friends to be a distraction, then I'd recommend, like the food, keeping those kind of technologies in a different room. No matter your setup or where you're working or how you're working, you can find things in your house that will help you make working from home easier. I love it in here. No, it's not soundproof. My sister, she's 11 and she's in school, 9 till 5 pretty much. I can hear her and I'm sure she can probably hear me, but we make it work. So yeah, hopefully this will inspire you to work with what you've got and you can see where I'm working. Anyway, as I said, I've got to get on with work, so do you mind? It's now just gone 11, so I've done a solid 3 hours of work. This is when we have my breakfast. I'm intermittent fast, which is why I have it this time. So I will carry on eating until around 5 or 7 o'clock in the evening. That just works well for me. So what I'm going to make are some lettuce wraps. These you can literally make with whatever you've got in the fridge. And if you don't have lettuce wraps, you can use normal wraps. It's just really healthy and really easy and adaptable recipe, which is the type that I like to create. Before I crack on with making them, I'm also going to put some chickpeas. So in terms of making the chickpeas, we're literally just going to pop them in a frying pan with a teaspoon of coconut oil. Make sure that all of the chickpeas are coated in salt, pepper. I haven't put pepper in, I don't know why I said that. Make sure that all of the chickpeas are coated in coconut oil, herbs and salt, and I'm just going to leave them to cook and crisp up while I get on with the wrap. So we've got 2 romaine lettuce leaves, and for the base I'm using some hummus. Then adding in mixed leaves, some red cabbage, and I just had some basil growing that I topped with that. And then adding the chickpeas, sweet chilli sauce and pomegranate seeds, which really add a burst of flavour. Now obviously you don't have to use sweet chilli or pomegranate seeds, you can use whatever you have around, using tahini or even peanut butter instead of hummus. It's so versatile. Make sure you drink your water, that's just a little reminder for you. It's really important that you're getting enough water throughout the day. So I'm just gonna finish up this food. I've got my notepad doing some work whilst I finish eating. Just so good, really, really good. And the pomegranate seeds just add that little extra. Oh, just like this bug adds some, oh, unwanted extras, no. Oh, that's really put me off now. Oh well.
Extra protein. Honestly, so good. And you can put in whatever you've got. Like, last week, I used sweet potato. The week before that, I put salsa in. You can just add whatever. So good. So good. I generally like to have a mixture of hot and cold. So I'll normally put something that's hot in, like chickpeas or the sweet potato, or you could do like onions or anything really.
And then I'm going to spend my lunch break doing some exercise. It's now 1:30 and we are going to go for a run. Run is complete. Feels great to go back to the desk feeling like I'm tired. I need some water. Great to go back to the desk feeling energized. You don't want to go out, but when you come back, it feels so much better. And yeah, my head is honestly so much clearer when I'm sitting in meetings and stuff, and you just feel really good. And then you can have dinner or have lunch and don't go crazy, but you know that you've earned your dinner basically. Anyway, I'm gonna make a smoothie bowl. What have we got here? We're gonna put some banana, some protein powder, dash of milk because I like it nice and thick. Probably some nut butter because it's me. So yeah, I will show you how to make that. So as I said, in a blender, we're just gonna add some banana, some almond milk, some protein powder. I'm using Form Nutrition Salted Caramel Super Blend. Then I add cacao and maca, which are superfoods that help me personally. And then of course just blend. Now I'm back at the desk. Long story short, the smoothie bowl was so good that I ate it without filming. I think it's important not only to spend your meal time focusing on the food and how it makes you feel rather than using tech at the same time or being distracted, for instance where I was working whilst eating, but I'll post a picture of it here as I did do some photography of it. But I am back at the desk. I've got about 4 hours left of work, so I'm not going to film the rest of the day, but hopefully this gave you a little insight into my morning. For the rest of the day I'm pretty much just going to carry on working, probably do some editing, chill in the kitchen, have a laugh, put on some music, and then yeah, we'll have a big bowl of something yummy and healthy, and then probably go and watch something on TV and just spend the evening together. Anyway, as I said, this is the end of the video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Just a little, I guess, day in the life. You can see how I'm working, see what types of things I do, how I structure my day, and not replicate it yourself, but maybe use some of the aspects, for instance, having some kind of reminder to exercise in your workspace, whether that is a pair of dumbbells, whether that is wearing activewear all day, whatever it might be, and making sure you're being mindful about what you eat, both in terms of focusing on the food whilst you eat it and also thinking about what your stomach actually feels like. So yeah, this is me. It's not pretentious armchair chat, despite being back in the armchair. This is just my work setup. So yeah, I hope you have a lovely day. Enjoy the sun if you've got any and if you can. And if it's raining, well, enjoy the fact that you don't have to go anywhere, because that's certainly a positive. You won't get stuck in the rain, hopefully. And I will see you next time. Also, the bit of me making coffee at the beginning, yeah, that was actually me attempting some cinematic B-roll. I'm not sure it quite worked. I think I need to watch a few more YouTube videos to pick up the skills with that, but yeah, hopefully these videos will be getting more technically improved. I don't know. Hopefully you'll see some improvement over the next few videos. Anyway, really, goodbye.